Hello guys! Tonight we're going to react to Flying Low Level with Finland's only helicopter battalion. I'm reading in the description, it says that the overall task of the helicopter battalion is to provide Special Operation Forces SOF air power using helicopters. This is the only unit of the Finnish Defense Forces that has helicopters. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I don't know much about it. It says because of the Russia's war in Ukraine has demonstrated that anything operating higher than a few tens of feet with the A2AD anti-access and area denial bubble is likely to be destroyed very quickly. Yeah, this is gonna be very interesting. We're gonna see how this defense helicopter gonna fly and all its characteristics. So yeah, let's check it out right away.
Due to us living every day pretty much under the A2
Oh yeah, A2AD. Wait, do we have subtitles? No, we don't. It's okay, let's leave it this way.
AD bubble here in Finland, the only way to survive during the crisis is to fly low level, and that's the main reason we train it quite a lot here in Helicopter Battalion. Because as we've seen in Ukraine, if you fly too high, you get killed.
What is the difference? Why, if you're flying low, why don't you get reached? I think it's easier for maybe like a missile or weapons to hit you if you're high in the sky.
The overall task of the Helicopter Battalion is to provide soft air power by the means of helicopters, because we only have helicopters here in Utti in our battalion. All the other forces of the defense force in Finland don't have any helo, so that's the main task for us, and also to provide the helicopter support to different conventional commands like Army, Navy and Air Force. NH90 itself, it's very advanced helicopter. It has lots of systems which we actually need here in Finland, because we have cold weather, we have quite big distances between different parts of the country. So we need a good range with the helo, and NH90 provides that. We also need systems which allows us to operate.
What is the helo?
In the harshest winter conditions we usually have, at least during some points of the winter, and we have anti-icing system, de-icing system, which pretty much provide us capability to fly at least in moderate icing conditions and also sometimes during the severe icing conditions. But of course, due to our geography and maybe the threats close to our borders, the aircraft is quite capable of operating under different threat conditions. The electronic warfare suit is really good, it's really programmable, but also the aircraft itself is not that easy to detect by the radars. The main thing if you want to survive is to fly low, and you want to go low because you want like to be detected. But of course you also need to have
that is
really
why.
good understanding where the enemy might be. So that's something what the aircraft itself doesn't provide, but you also need to have some intel background and intel support to actually conclude the mission safely. So I would say that helicopters itself don't survive in a bubble, but they actually are supported by many stakeholders, which give us the best way to survive in the battlefield. We have had decent success with NH90 pretty much due to the fact that we started flying with it straight away when the aircraft itself was in initial operational configuration. We were pretty much obliged to do that. We needed to do that, and that's why we actually learned to know all the features and all the small problems the aircraft had in the first phases of the actual operation here in Finland. But I would say, and whenever we here in Finland or Finnish SOF we face a problem, we actually need to find ways to overcome it, because we don't have any other choices. So the good thing about having the loadmasters with technical background is that we can actually disperse our operations across the country during the peacetime, but also during the crisis times. Whether it affects our doctrine, I cannot answer here, but of course it gives us tools to do that kind of stuff. And of course, because the nature of crisis nowadays could be anything from hybrid warfare to full-scale operations, it's good that we can actually fly everywhere and pretty much do our ops in many different places. As we have seen in Ukraine, the actual...
I mean, I do think that is gonna be like always like special operations, like the Russians call it, like with just a little bit of warfare. You don't really see after World War II. I mean, I think the last conflict that saw like a full-scale war after World War II was actually the Vietnam War, when the Americans brought like 1 million soldiers or something like that. But after that, I can't remember any other conflict that was like a true war in the real sense of the word. Like now, even in Ukraine, they're always attacking like with a small amount of soldiers. It's not like the whole army of Russia invading Ukraine. These wars nowadays are so weird. I don't know. I don't even know if you can actually call them war, even though they are. I mean, we should find a new word to define it, actually.
With the helos there, you really need to do disperse operations from bases which are not like any permanent features. Those guys need to live in the woods. That's something for the future for many countries and their helicopter units as well. I think we have found a pretty good balance between the soft mindset and the flight safety. We haven't had any fatal crashes with our helos ever here in Finnish Defense Forces. Usually the ground's off or the navy's off, so our customers, they want to do the missions very thoroughly. Sometimes they demand very difficult things from us, and always we have to consider flight safety behind that. So it's a very fine line between those two things we need to try to balance on. I enjoy this position as a battalion commander the most because we have really good aircraft, but we have even better people operating with it. It's really fun from day to day to work with these people and work together with a better future.
Was very interesting, this video, right? We should definitely check out more videos about the Finnish army, maybe the Finnish Air Force or other special forces within any Finnish defense forces. This was very interesting. I'm still trying to understand much more. I mean, I like to learn more about the words, so definitely it's something important to know more about the military word. Yeah, let me know which videos you want me to check out, and I will try my best to bring you a reaction very soon. Also, let me know down in the comments if you have more information to add to what we just watched. And definitely go check out this channel, Vertical Magazine. Come on, this video was really cool. I'll see you soon. Nakemin.